1,000 hours. Eastern Pacific. A white streak tears across the ocean. A Cartel go-fast boat moving at 50 knots. Its 4 outboard engines screaming at maximum throttle. To anyone else, it might look like a fishing vessel. But fishing boats don't move this fast. They don't carry $42 million in contraband under blue tarps. And they don't zigzag like prey trying to dodge a predator. On deck, 5 smugglers are confident. They've run this route 18 times before. Same boat, same course, same protection money to the right people. They believe they're untouchable, invisible on the wide-open Pacific. What they don't know is that they've already been spotted. For the last 2 hours, a USHC-130J Super Hercules has been circling 25,000 feet above, silently tracking every move. And soon, the most elite hunters of the United States Coast Guard will be coming for them. From 25,000 feet, the Hercules sees everything. Its APS-154 radar sweeps a 200-mile circle of ocean, tracking hundreds of vessels at once. But this boat stood out immediately. Wrong speed, wrong course, no transponder. 3 strikes. At 140 miles out, the sensor operator switches to a stabilized camera. Zooming so close, he can count the outboards, see the tarps, even watch the crew moving on deck. Every detail confirms it. This is a Cartel runner. By 09:45, the go-fast stops zigzagging and starts charging straight north. Either they're burning too much fuel or they're getting cocky. Either way, it's a mistake. The tactical coordinator doesn't wait. He picks up an encrypted satellite phone. Kimball, this is Eyes 1. Target maintaining steady course. Speed 50. Recommend launch of interdiction assets. In seconds, the data flows through Link 16 networks to the Coast Guard cutter Kimball, to Joint Interagency Task Force South, and even to DEA liaisons tracking cartel patterns in Key West. The math is simple. The smugglers can't outrun physics. At 50 knots, their fuel will be gone in hours. And the Kimball doesn't need to catch them herself. She has something far more precise. On her flight deck, a Coast Guard MH-65E Dolphin spins up. But this isn't search and rescue. This is Hitron, the Helicopter Interdiction Tactical Squadron, the only airborne law enforcement unit in the world authorized to fire on engines at sea. The Dolphin lifts off the Kimball's deck at 1100. Twin-engine spool. The crew climbs to 3,000 feet, fast enough for fuel efficiency, low enough for visual ID. From the air, the ocean looks innocent. From the cockpit, it screams danger. A white rooster tail stretches half a mile behind the fleeing boat. A neon clue in the blue. The MH-65E drops to 500 feet and approaches from the stern, keeping a 500-meter standoff. That distance keeps everyone out of small arms range but gives the helicopter perfect sight lines. The pilot radios. This is the United States Coast Guard. Stop your vessel. Prepare for boarding. The co-pilot powers the LRAD. A voice like thunder splits the wind, commands in Spanish and English at 162 decibels. The rotor downwash turns the smuggler's deck into a chaos of spray and tarps. 15 minutes of orders. Visual signals. Flare guns. Sirens. Nothing. The smugglers keep running. The pilot requests and receives authorization for warning fire. The M240B opens up, tracer arcs and waterspouts marking the message. Stop or face further force. Still no compliance. Now there is no negotiation left, only precision. The aerial gunner shoulders a Barrett M107.50 caliber rifle. This is Hitron's signature move. Disable engines, not people. One clean hit and the boat becomes a floating crime scene. The first .50 round finds the starboard outer engine. Power head gone. Oil and metal bloom into the sky. Speed bleeds from 50 to 38 knots. The second round severs fuel lines on the port outer engine. The boat's furious agility begins to fail. 25 knots. The smuggler's options narrow. The gunner steadies, breath time to rotor rhythm. The third shot threads the starboard inner unit, internal parts expelled in a flash. Steering becomes a prayer. 12 knots. The fourth and final round converts motion into silence. The last engine explodes into a rain of aluminum and oil. The go-fast goes dead in the water. No engines. No escape. From above, the scene softens into a tableau. Tarps, 5 stunned men. A boat that once screamed now only smoked. The Dolphin holds overwatch. The Kimball pushes in to take over. With the smugglers dead in the water, the Kimball deploys her next move. 2 7-meter ribs launch into the swells, hulls slamming hard as they close at 45 knots. Each carries a 6-man team from Tactical Law Enforcement Team South, body armor, carbines, and a mandate to finish what the helicopter began. The ribs split in a textbook pincer. One takes the quarter. The other sweeps wide to provide overwatch. 12 rifles now cover 5 exhausted men. As the lead RHIB cuts throttle, its bow operator rises. Sidearm drawn. Voice hard and sharp in Spanish. Manos arriba. De rodillas. Nobody move. The universal language of interdiction is clear. Hands rise. Fear replaces bravado. One by one, the smugglers shuffle forward, knees hitting fiberglass, the ocean spray mixing with sweat. Within minutes, they're secured, wrists bound, and contraband exposed. The tarps peeled back to reveal bales stacked high. $42 million worth of narcotics, now federal evidence. But the vessel itself won't live to see a courtroom. Under maritime law, a stateless smuggling boat becomes a hazard and a message. The disposal team moves quickly, spreading accelerant across the deck. A single flare arcs, lands, and in an instant, the go-fast transforms into a floating pyre. Smoke blackens the horizon as millions in cartel logistics sink beneath the waves. By sundown, the smugglers are aboard the Kimball, bound for U.S. soil and federal courtrooms. The cartel has lost men, money, and a vessel, all in a single day. From detection to destruction, the timeline was measured in hours, but the precision was absolute. A radar sweep at dawn. A watchful eye at 25,000 feet. A helicopter that turned the ocean into a trap. And a gunner who needed just 4 shots to erase 4 engines. In the end, 5 smugglers surrendered. $42 million in narcotics vanished. And 1 cartel go-fast boat became a fireball on the open Pacific. Since 1998, the Coast Guard's Hitron crews have intercepted over 500 vessels, stripping billions from cartel supply chains. They are the quiet predators of the sea, unseen until it's too late. For these smugglers, the Pacific looked endless. But today, it ended at the crosshairs of a .50 caliber rifle. This is the United States Coast Guard. This is how you stop a runner.